I'm going to tell you who's going to cover the spread for week 5 Monday Night Football as the New Orleans Saints travel to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. Now, if you're stumbling onto this page for the first time, welcome. My name is Peter Appel, and this channel is the home for all of my NFL picks moving forward. So if you're interested in free NFL best bets all season long, make sure to hit the like button and hit that subscribe button to keep these plays free. And let me know what you think of my play for Monday Night Football. And of course, let me know what you're on for the big game, and I'll be sure to respond to all the comments just like I always do. This channel is sponsored by BetMGM. It is the perfect time to use promo code JustGridiron for a first bet offer up to $1,500. Deposit at least $10, and if you lose your first wager on BetMGM after using code JustGridiron, you'll get it all back up to $1,500 in bonus bets. However, gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 21 or older. Terms and conditions apply. The look ahead line for this game was Chiefs -6, and currently in the market, we're looking at 6 or 5.5 across the board, kind of depending on your book. I'm using BetMGM, and I see a 6 at around -115. Our job is to figure out whether the books are correct in keeping this line basically the same, or if it should be moved in one direction or the other. Let's look at the Chiefs first. Now, it's hard to believe, but the Chiefs' offense currently ranks outside the top 10 in points per game and EPA per play. Patrick Mahomes ranks 18th in QBR and 14th in EPA plus completion percentage over expectation and has thrown an interception in all 4 of his games so far. The Chiefs' offense is not what it used to be. Now with Isaiah Pacheco, Rashi Rice, and Hollywood Brown. Xavier Worthy and Travis Kelce are really the only playmakers left. And while Travis Kelce has struggled and we can, look at his weaknesses and say, well, is he a real playmaker right now? I'm not in the business for doubting him, but I can doubt Xavier Worthy, who really only has straight line speed, but has struggled to be a legitimate threat as a wide receiver so far. He can fly if he has the ball in space, but if the big play isn't there, he hasn't really been a big issue for defenses. Pacheco is really huge for this offense, and without him, the running back room is kind of questionable. Now, Kareem Hunt took over for Carson Steele and was effective against the Chargers, but overall, since Pacheco has been out, they have seen a drop in rushing EPA. And of course, that's going to hurt the passing offense as well because defenses won't respect play action as much. And on the flip side, the Saints defense has been really, really good. They rank 4th in EPA per play, 3rd in success rate. Their secondary especially has been lethal, ranking 4th in dropback EPA. And that's against quarterbacks like Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins, and Jalen Hurts. Mahomes is just averaging 3.9 yards per completion, which is the 4th lowest among qualified quarterbacks. That's near quarterbacks like Deshaun Watson and Jacoby Brissett. I think the Saints are going to be able to keep their safeties deep to handle Xavier Worthy and just keep everything in front of them. I think the Saints are going to make this Chiefs life on offense really difficult. Now, I'm not, again, not in the business of doubting Mahomes. He's going to figure out ways to score, but I just don't see them putting up enough points to blow out the Saints. Now, the Chiefs' defense on the other side is still a legit unit. Spags is one of the best defensive coordinators in the game. And while they only rank 14th in EPA on defense right now, I think we can all agree that they are a top 10 unit, and they will be by the end of the season. They rank 7th in points per game allowed at just 18 points. Common thinking would tell you that Derek Carr isn't that good. Chiefs' defense is great, so he's going to struggle. And that's typically what happens. But Derek Carr is so weird. Per Action Network, Derek Carr has struggled in his career facing a defense allowing more than 21 points per game on the season. He's 35, 59, and 3 against the spread in games versus defenses allowing 21 points per game or more. When he faces a defense allowing fewer than 21 points per game, he's 35 and 21 against the spread, the 5th most profitable quarterback since Action Network started tracking these systems. Number 1 is Tom Brady. Number 2 is Drew Brees. Number 3 is Aaron Rodgers. 4 is Peyton Manning. And number 5 is freaking Derek Carr. Derek Carr has also played on Monday Night Football 11 times. He's 7-3-1 against the spread. So typically you kind of want to fade Derek Carr on primetime. But in spots like these, he's actually pretty good, especially when he's the underdog, going 55-46-1 in his career. But as a favorite, he's a terrible and arguably the worst quarterback in the entire database as a favorite, going 22-38-2. I think the Chiefs need to be downgraded in this game, not because of not only because of their loss of playmakers, but because it's a really good matchup for the Saints defense. Considering Carr's propensity to weirdly level up in matchups like these, my line for the game is Chiefs minus 4.5. Now, my model on Rithmm is obsessed with the Saints in this game, making them 2-point underdogs, giving us a 61.1% chance of covering just plus 5.5. But at plus 6, with that being available at minus 115, even up to minus 120, that's what I did because it is such a key number. And remember, I've partnered with Rithmm. It's a new app that uses AI and data modeling to predict props and game outcomes. Go to the link in the description to access your 7-day free trial to Rithmm for more prop and game predictions and to build a model of your own. I highly, highly recommend it. So for Monday Night Football, give me the New Orleans Saints plus 6 against the Kansas City Chiefs, minus 115, laying the juice to win 1 unit. So if you enjoyed this breakdown, I would really, really appreciate if you hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, as it is the best way to support this channel without spending a single dime. All the picks are free. All I ask from you, just support by dropping a comment, hitting that like button, or pressing the subscribe button for all of my NFL picks for the rest of the season and beyond. Now let's go 1-0 on Monday Night Football. Why not us?